Hey guys, welcome to Sarge Nation Video Podcast Episode 2. I'm Jason.
And I'm Justin.
This is the official podcast for SargeNation.com. What it is a social content website for dating and seduction community news and resources. Last week we had our first podcast and it was a cool little experiment. We weren't sure how it was going to turn out, but we got some really cool feedback. This time we're going to do it a little bit more structured, kind of talk about a few more things. Last time, like we were saying in it itself, it was just kind of an experiment. So I got to say, it's a little bit weird just talking at a camera. We don't have anybody filming this, so we're just like talking at the camera. So it's just something weird to get used to.
And we've never done video podcast before. So.
Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those things. The first time you do it, you're just kind of like, you think it's going to be all cool, but then you're just staring at this little electronic camera. So
with a red light.
With a red light. So with that said, it just feels more comfortable now, and it's all good. So let's get it rolling.
Yeah. Our first podcast, we talked about the possibility of Mystery having his own reality show, and just happened to be that same day that we launched our podcast, they announced it. So it's official. He is going to have his own reality TV show. It'll be on VH1 and starts on August 6th.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to start in the fall, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they moved it up. It is funny that they announced it right while we're trying to put up the podcast where we talk about it.
Yeah, we're like, damn.
So right then we had to update it. We got the email right then. I guess they moved it up from, it was going to be like maybe fall or whatever. They moved it up to August 6th. So maybe that's the reason they can talk about it now, because they moved it up. They want to kind of get the word out there.
Yeah, I think it's called The Pickup Artist, is it?
Yeah.
Pickup Artist.
Yeah, and it's supposed to star Mystery, and then it's also co-starring Matador and J-Dog, who I guess are two other Venusian Arts instructors. So, and I guess the way they kind of have it set up is, it's kind of set up, I think it's like 8 guys. And they, of course, being that it's a TV show, you have to have like some kind of structure to follow to like have a winner or something like that. So I guess there's a person that actually wins it. So it'll be interesting to see if they put guys against each other, or how they judge them on how well they improve, or how they decide to do it.
It'd be interesting to see the kind of guys they choose.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
If they're like total dorky guys, or if they're, I'm assuming it's probably going to be a mix.
Yeah.
Of like total dork type guys versus guys that are somewhat cool but maybe just don't know how to talk to girls, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
And being that it's VH1, it could be like, what do they have, like Beauty and the Geek?
Yeah.
Whatever to be like, those type of guys. Because that was like the show that you watch and you're just like, you just want to scream out at these guys.
Yeah.
Like, they're like in this nice place with all these really hot girls, and they're cool enough guys, they just don't know how to interact with them. You just want to like be able to tell them that. So it's kind of cool that, maybe it'll be that type of show, and they'll be able to actually tell them what to do. So that's cool. It's super cool.
Yeah, and I guess the next biggest thing is everyone's opinions on, what it's going to do to the community, or how people are going to perceive it, or how they're going to perceive it on the TV show.
Yeah.
Personally, we kind of both have the same view where we don't really think it's that big a deal.
No, yeah, as long as it's portrayed right, and being that they're going to make it a TV show, I don't think they're going to try to portray it as anything like negative or manipulative or anything like that. So hopefully it'll be just like a good show for people to get good information, so that they can kind of get an understanding of social dynamics, so to speak.
And everyone's worried about like, oh, my openers are going to be used, or my whatever. But it's really not even about that. It's about just learning to be a cool guy, and I think that's what the main focus of the show is.
Yeah, anybody that's been in the seduction community long enough knows that it's not about the lines or whatever. It's about becoming that cool guy, and if they can show that, and at least spark some interest in some guy's head that it's something that you can improve on, it's something that you can do, and it's just gonna put it in front of more guys so that they can go out there and maybe get the resources that will help them. So like Justin said, we both have a pretty good opinion on it. We'd be interested to know everybody else's opinion on what they think about the show. Go ahead and leave some comments on our blog where we put the podcast, and let us know what you think about that. So
definitely.
Moving on, let's talk about some posts that were on our website. I'm just gonna pick one. The Thundercat post. There was one from Thundercat's site. I don't know if you guys know ThundercatSeductionLayer.com. It was just like some of the do's and don'ts for socializing, and pull it up quick.
And it wasn't even necessarily pickup related, but all of it related to pickup type stuff. More like self-improvement or just being how to socialize when you're out in public.
Yeah.
Being that cool.
And it all made a lot of sense, and I think the reason we kind of picked this to talk about is it's maybe some of the little things that, you know, guys are concentrating so much on trying to win the girl or whatever when they're talking to them that a lot of times they forget the small things, and those are the things that count. So it's, you know, this wasn't even like a seduction related type article, but it does relate to meeting women. So we'll name a few of the things that they say on there. Like one, initiate conversation. It says a lot of people, while out, wait for other people to talk to them. You know, part of being a social person and that cool guy that's attractive to women is, you know, being that guy that's, you know, able to walk up and just start the conversation himself. He never waits for other people to start it. Not inside of your head worrying about what you're going to say and things like that. Another one, smile. You know, I know when
big one.
Yeah, I know when I first started out, like, I worried so much about like what I was going to say and everything like that. I just came up just all
everything had to be so serious. Like,
yeah, everything was like super serious unless I was just completely hammered, or, you know, and then things didn't go well either. But yeah, I mean, I think I take everything pretty lighthearted now, so, you know, it kind of just, the smile just kind of comes
Smiling
with,
can elevate your game light years. When you just go up and smile to a girl, be like, hi, and smile.
Yeah.
And so few guys do that when you do that, you set yourself apart.
Yeah, you
10 times from any other
you seem
guy.
friendly. Yeah, you seem friendly. So let's see what else is on here. Enjoy your company. It says when you look like you're having fun, you're instantly more likable.
Kind of goes on with that seriousness factor, you know.
Yeah, as you just become more comfortable with yourself too, like, you know, people like to be with people that are having fun, and when you can stop thinking so serious about stuff, it'll improve your game by a ton. Let's see, dress the part. It says I don't find this the most important step, but it does make my life a lot easier make your life a lot easier when you look like when you belong somewhere or whatever. Yeah, I guess that kind of brings up the topic of kind of dressing for your personality. A lot, you know, people get into the seduction community, and a lot of people like to like wear crazy things and stuff like that, and that's all cool if it mixes with your personality. Personally, you know, we're many things beyond, you know, running StarsNation.com. We own our own business, and we're both musicians, so we like to wear, you know, fashionable clothes, crazy ripped jeans and stuff like that. But if you're a doctor or, you know, a business professional, you might just not be able to pull that look off, and that's okay. You know, looking your part and looking that part of who you are is really important.
Very important, yeah.
So that's another good one. Listen. It says people enjoy talking about themselves. The worst, however, is when someone only waits for you to stop talking so that they can begin again. I think that's a problem with a lot of people that are trying to get out with teens, or just trying to think of things to say. They're ignoring what the girl or guys or whoever is saying, just trying to think of the next thing to say. And if you think about it, when you're talking to your friends, you're not like sitting there trying to think of the next thing to say.
Yeah, just all flows.
And that's why you guys get along. You're not trying to, you know, you're listening to the other person and giving them feedback, and that's how a natural conversation goes. So that's definitely a good one.